Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8, the Innovation Geeks. My name is AFIQAH binti Muhammad Salleh and this is my group members. Please introduce yourself.
My name is ZAMSARI.
My name is Siti Nursarah LOKMAN. My name is ASYIKIN ZAKI.
So for this group work, we have choose Kimberly-Clark Company, and we start off with the introduction by NURSYAMILA.
As for introduction, I'm going to explain why we choose Kimberly-Clark for our BMC. The first is because they have clear innovation progress. For example, they started with tissue, which is card, Kleenex, and then they proceed with pads, which is Catex. And then after they invented the tissue, they proceed with making hand dryer for malls and places like buildings. So now moving on to the next part.
Sarah will share the screen.
Okay, so who will be presenting key activities? For key activities, the key activities for Malaysia branch of Kimberly-Clark's production, problem solving, platform, as well as finance, but it's not there. For production, the production aspect of Kimberly-Clark involve marketing and product design. These two are conducted at Kimberly-Clark headquarters in Petaling Jaya, Selangor, whereas the manufacturing and distribution occurs at Kimberly-Clark factories. The manufacturing of the product deal with product designing activities such as product control, quality control, cost control, maintenance, replacement of machine. Meanwhile, the marketing department deals with marketing strategy, market research, communication, event, and product development. As for problem solving, there are two key activities, training and product improvement. As for training, different specialization require different training. So for the training of machinists, packers, all of it happens at the factory, whereas the training of top management and key personnel position happens at Malaysian headquarters. So for any suggestion of product improvement, it undergoes numerous meeting and testing. So the example of the testing are product selection, design selection of product process, and the production capability. As for platform and finance, the key activities of Kimberly-Clark Corporation. Under platform, the company they has its own IT department, which offer assistance on matters of technical support, administration, and programming, and as well as company website, whereas the financial key activities deal with cost control, credit control, investment appraisals, tax issue, as well as many other tasks which relates to the financial department. That is all for key activities. Moving on to the next slide. As for channels, the pathway Kimberly-Clark used to connect their customer segment to value proposition is through a combination of business partner and the company's channels and their partner channels. The company channels refer to Kimberly-Clark professional site, which offer customers a view of the company, for example, their background, their certificates, and also it offers way for Malaysian customer to purchase professional product from the brand Wipe All, Clean Guard. In addition to that, Kimberly-Clark's own channels also advertise products and services through the use of their own social media site, whereas their partner channels The partner channels are the retail store, the drugstore, the supermarket, and these products are also purchasable through retail shop and drugstore chains such as Watson, Guardian, and also online retail stores such as Shopee. Next.
Okay, so key partners, Kimberly-Clark's key partners are the suppliers who provide with the raw materials it used to manufacture its product. The company has collaborated with the supplier network to expand the market in effort to introduce the manufactured products. Apart from that, Kimberly-Clark's also become the main supplier to hotels and restaurants everywhere around the world. It is not only limited to hotels and restaurants, but also breaks through the market, especially to kiosk manufacturers. Kimberly-Clark is widely known for its brand among local supermarkets, which include Kleenex facial tissue, Kotex feminine hygiene products, Cottonelle, Scott and Andrex toilet paper, Wiper utility wipes, Kim wipes, Scientific cleaning wipe, and Huggies disposable diapers and baby wipes. These brands have become their top choices among locals ever since their early production, as Kimberly-Clark is considering human needs and ensuring they meet the optimum comfort to be provided. Culinary and hospitality schools are also being supplied with products coming from this company, mainly for tissue and other essentials as well. It has indicated that this company has grown tremendously in the manufacturing industry. Okay, so next.
All right. For the customer relationship, Kimberly-Clark doesn't really interact face-to-face with their customer, as they provide their services in an online store. So this means that the company gives the freedom for the customer to do the buying and selling process by providing the online store, and this leads to a more self-service nature in their customer relationship. So they also distribute their product through supermarket and market, which means that their customer is free and is freely and easily able to access their product in the self-service nature. Other than that, since the company doesn't really interact face-to-face with their customer, they must need to do something to create the bonds between the company and the customer. So the next relationship that they have is they have the community's customer relationship. This means that they provide access for the customer to contact the company directly in order to give feedback, complaints, and other issues. This way, the company able to understand their customer better without actually doing the selling and buying process directly. In this relationship, the company and the customer can communicate via online through email, telephone, and website comments. Next slide. All right, for the customer segment, it is where they make a grouping a group of customers with same characteristics that make them buy the product. So for the Kimberly-Clark, they produce varieties of products with different functions. However, in previous element, we noticed that they usually have the behind the scenes criteria where they do not sell their product directly to the customer. Instead, they use other platforms to sell their product. Therefore, Kimberly-Clark company has the segmented market business model where they have a group of consumers who are actually from other market like supermarket with the purpose of reselling the product. So the Kimberly-Clark company will be at the top of the tree, and below it is the potential market to distribute their product in order for them to resell their product. And as their product grow in popularity, this segment then will become bigger and increases in number. And the second segment is consumers and business segment, where they divided and grouped the customer based on the use and purpose of buying the product based on different functions. Means that they group the customer based on why they buy the product. So for example, some women buy their product such as Kotex for personal women needs. There will be also a group of men who bought it for their daughter's essential. So that's it for the customer segment.
So for revenue stream, Kimberly-Clark generate revenue from the sales of product to the customer. So asset sales happens when a revenue stream is gained from physical product to online store and retail store. Asset sale right ownership rights are sold with the physical product. This means if a customer buys any product from Kimberly-Clark, they have the right to sell, use or dispose of the product. As for business customer, Kimberly-Clark also generate revenue from business customer, which sales happen through long-term contracts of lending, renting, leasing of tissue dispenser in malls or other services such as providing Malaysian company, labs or research institution with personal protective equipment (PPE) such as rubber glove, mask, and once their contract is over, negotiation between parties can be made to determine whether they want to renew their contract. Next.
Next, we are going to proceed with the cost structure. Kimberly-Clark has a cost-driven structure and aiming to minimize expenses through the low price value proposition, which is, it means that they are trying to use the high quality materials, but still minimize the cost by and then they are going to the second ones. Their biggest cost driver is the cost of products. First of all is the product sold. Second, variable expenses. And the third one is other major drivers as sale, marketing, research, and development. They spend most of the cost with the marketing as they not only produce the products but proceed with the social responsibilities as well as trying to get into the market in the mall, shopping mall, other buildings such as Maxis and all. So they are trying to market their products to those kind of company as well. Moving on to the next part. For the key resources, Kimberly-Clark's main resources is its intellectual property, which includes the various patents and trademarks it owns in the US and worldwide, for example, Texas, Canada, Thailand, as well as Malaysia. And the materials is its own business. That means it's quite confidential and we are not allowed to share it. The second one is it maintains important physical resources in the form of the 94 manufacturing facilities in the factory, and it operates in 39 countries as mentioned before. And the last but not least, it depends on the teams of engineers and scientists to design and develop the products. For example, the technical strategists and the R&D director, which they are going to do some chemical engineering to make sure the products going to come out good and high quality. Next part.
Okay, so value proposition. Kimberly-Clark offers two primary value propositions, which are innovative and brand or status. The company has embraced innovation throughout its history. Its breakthroughs include the paper used for rotograver, a procedure for printing photograph with a rotary press cortex. Next one is the first disposable feminine hygiene product, Kleenex. The third one is the world's first facial tissues pull-up, and the first disposable training pants, Huggies Little Swimmers, the only patented self-adhesive, ultraviolet-based sun sensors, gentle care, and newborn diapers. Okay, so these are the value proposition that we get from Kimberly-Clark company. Okay, so moving on to the conclusion. to conclusion, Syamila?
Can you click the BMC? Please? Thank you.
Now, here is our business model canvas of our Kimberly Clark company. And as you can see, we have stated the key partners, value proposition, key activity, customer segment, and so on. And why we choose Kimberly Clark as our business model canvas is because they have a clear structure and organized. The second one is because they have a global worldwide consumer. The third one is because they spread awareness and expand their products to social responsibilities. For example, for Kotex, they also advertise about why it is important for women to take care of their hygiene and why it is important to use high quality materials as their products, for example, Kotex. And the last but not least is because they are innovation, for example, the tissue. They came out with the tissue Kleenex card, and then they proceed with hand dryer as well as tissue dispenser. That's all for our business model canvas of Kimberly Clark.
So thank you for listening. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, are we done?
Okay, dah stop. Oh, kuatnya
Gagak.
sama.